Hey, y'all. All right, turn the sound up and listen to what I have to say today. It is gold nuggets, y'all. Okay, so I listened to a podcast earlier today and from a gentleman named Grant Cardone. Amazing guy. If you don't know who he is, look him up and listen to what he has to say. Super wise and has so many gold nuggets. Holy crap. That said, there's something that he said today, and it was like I said, it was one of his older podcasts, and it was get out of your own way. Like, get it through your head and constantly tell yourself every single day, stop being your own worst enemy. Your biggest fear, your biggest everything, your biggest holdback is yourself. We have so much potential. You have so much potential. The hobo on the side of the corner has so much potential. And the only thing holding you back, only thing holding me back is ourself. It's us. Like, we live in a society today that is truly troubled. However, there's so much potential for success today that, like, anybody can achieve success. Anybody can be a millionaire. Literally anybody can be a freaking millionaire. Anybody can be super successful. Like, anybody, everybody here in America has the opportunity to succeed. Everybody. And the only thing that's holding people back is themselves, is their own fears, their own issues, like their own stuff that's telling them that they can't do it. Like, who gives a shit? Just do it. It's a harder concept. Like, it's easy, but it's hard to get it through your subconscious mind. And one of the things I wanted to tell y'all, that the biggest thing to like, that I am learning, I'm not like some serious guru, I am learning myself. Retraining your subconscious mind, not just, your thoughts throughout the day. I'm talking about your deep subconscious mind of what you truly believe is one of the hardest, and I mean the hardest things to change. Hardest. And it's one of those things that you have to literally listen to certain things every single day to train your brain to just think that way. That you can do it. That money is a good thing. Money isn't evil. Money isn't bad. Money isn't scary. That being a millionaire is awesome. Or, I mean, just like whatever the hell it is, your subconscious mind is the thing that is holding you back. And if you don't start training your thoughts, if you don't start training your brain to trigger to the right thoughts, you're never going to go anywhere. And I mean, like, never. You have to train those thoughts. You have to train those deep down subconscious thoughts that you don't think you do. Like, it's kind of like driving, like a good one was, a good example was like driving a car. When you're first driving a car, you're scared as hell. If you've never driven a car, okay? You're going through driver's training. You're, 15, 16 years old, going through driver's training, driver's ed. You're doing all these, getting on for your first time getting on the freeway is scary as shit. And so it's difficult. It's difficult to drive, and it's difficult to know all of these million things that you have to know when you're driving. Like, it's chaotic at first. And then here pretty soon, a couple months down the road, it becomes easier. It's still a struggle, but it's easier. And then here pretty soon, 2-3 years later or 6 months later, it's easy. Like, it's everything and it's easy. It's the exact to a T, exact same thing. When you do something every single day, that becomes your subconscious brain already it's on autopilot. So your subconscious brain is autopilot. It's what you train it to think and what you train it to do. And y'all, like I said, I'm not a professional. This is stuff that I'm learning that I just find so many gold nuggets in to help out whoever needs help. Because I need help every day. So I listen to all kinds of stuff to help me throughout the day to continue to kill it every day. And there's days I don't kill it, but who cares? So I'm actually going to tell you guys 10 things that have been helping me every day. Now, I'm going to put it on disclaimer. Not all of these 10 things I do every single day. I try like heck to do all of them every day. But there are days where I may skip something or something happened, just life happens, but the whole entire goal is to do these 10 things every day. And these 10 things are something every single person can do. It doesn't require any money. It doesn't require anything outside of effort. Effort. That's it. Effort. Okay. So 10 things I want to tell you guys. So first thing that I do every single day, I try to do every single day, is I try and get up early. Get up early before the kids and get my day started. Okay. And usually it's around about 6 o'clock. Okay. Second thing I do is I have a notebook, little notebook just like this, and I actually write down my goals. Now, what I mean by goals, I don't mean by targets. Goals. These are the crazy, insane things that you want to do in your life, that seem like they're like impossible to do or achieve. That's what these are. These goals are the crazy things that you want to achieve that don't seem possible, but you can do it. But like, you can do it. It just doesn't seem possible right now. Those are the goals I want you to write down. That's what I do every single day. And those goals are going to change over time. Mine have changed, but those are what you're going to want. It takes 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. It takes me about like 2 or 3 minutes to write every single morning before I get my day going. Okay. Third thing I do is I work out. And I'm not like telling y'all that you need to work out. What I'm telling y'all is that you need to exercise some way, shape, or form, and make time for it. The reason I say that, and why so many other people say this, is because when you exercise, when you actually make an intent to exercise, and it could just be like go for a hike, go for a walk, doing an actual like hard hit workout, go boxing, whatever it is, just do it. And the reason I'm saying that you need to do this is it helps your mental health. It helps your body create more dopamine and get excited and get, and just get out there for the day. That's the whole point. And, when you exercise, it gets your mind right. It just gets your mind in the zone. And it really, truly does help. Okay. It also helps with stress. So for a lot of us that have a lot of stress, it really helps out with stress. So that's number 3. Number 4 is, let's see. I also write out usually 5 or 10 daily targets. And daily targets are what most people think are goals. Daily targets are actually like the 5 or 10 things I need to do that day. And I'm not talking like clean the house or, just the normal chores. I'm talking about like targets to get me to my goals. What is it that's going to take today to get me to those goals tomorrow? That's what I mean by targets. And it doesn't need to be a huge, 50 item list. Like don't get crazy and OCD about that shit. I mean like simple five little goals that day to help you get to that point. Okay. Number 5 is I fast. And I eat healthy. So I fast for most of the day, and I usually give myself a 6 to 8 hour window to eat. So I usually eat anywhere between noon and 8 o'clock. Sometimes I shorten that to 2 to 8. And what that does is basically like, it actually like helps me stay more focused. So, when I do eat, I make it very intentful. So I eat a lot of high protein and high fat content, and they're healthy fats. And healthy proteins, and and it helps like when you eat like crap, you feel like crap, and then you start thinking like crap. That's what you guys got to think of. All these processed foods and these sugars and these crappy things that people are putting in your food, it does the same to your body and your brain. So when you eat healthier, and you eat foods that are the most minimally processed, you are going to feel so much better. Not just it may take some time if you're used to eating kind of crappier food, which is fine. I'm just saying, if you eat healthier, Your body's going to feel better, and then you're going to feel better, and then your brain's going to start thinking so much differently, and the fog's going to go away. Okay? Let's see. And then number 6, I actually listen to podcasts all day long. Like throughout the day, if I'm driving or if I'm working on my computer, if I'm outside doing chores, because we ranch, obviously, I listen to podcasts. I put my earbuds in and I listen to podcasts. I actually rarely, unless we're on like road trips with the whole family, or if I'm in like whatever, usually with the family, we listen to music. But other than that, if I'm by myself or if I'm like intently doing something, I listen to podcasts. And the podcasts I listen to are entrepreneurial, self-development, and like financial podcasts, things that I need help with. That's what I listen to. I don't listen to stories and all that crap. I don't need to listen to that shit. I need stuff that's like help me progress in my life. That's what I listen to. And y'all, listening to music is just fine. I love listening to music. Holy crap. Like I would rock out all day long. But the other thing too to think of is like all you're doing is kind of running away from your thoughts and ideas and things that you need to change. And so listening to these podcasts, or books to help you, that is what will help your subconscious mind to change. All right. So, and I do not listen to news. Every so often I'll turn it on because you got to still kind of like stay in tune with what's happening. But I don't listen to news. Guys, the news is nothing but shit. It is pure shit. And all it is just completely negative. The only way you will change yourself to be positive and to change yourself to think positively and to change your mindset, you've got to quit listening to the news. Quit. Because it's just negative. And I'm not talking one side. I'm talking both. All of them are equally negative. That's the narrative. So stop. Stop it. Okay? Because you will do nothing but hurt yourself. And you need to help yourself, just like I am myself, is to quit listening to the news all the time. Okay? You'll thank me later. All right. Let's see. So number 7 is I read or listen to entrepreneurial books. I don't necessarily read a book, like physically read a book every day, but I usually try and at least listen to, even if it's just like a page or two or like 10 or 15 minutes, I'll listen to an entrepreneurial book. Right now, the one I'm on, and I'm actually almost done with it, and I'll actually put it on repeat because there's so much gold nuggets in it, is I'm actually listening to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Y'all, hands down, every single person needs to read this book. And you don't need to read it once. You need to read it like 5 or 6 times. Like I'm just now getting through the first whole thing. And there's so much stuff in it that you just need to put on repeat. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm almost done with it. And I'll put it back on repeat. And y'all just go on YouTube and look it up and you can just listen to it. You don't have to pay for it on Audible or anything. It's the best. Okay. All right. So number 8 is dedicated time with my family. So after getting all these things done throughout the day, it doesn't always happen, but I try really hard to dedicate time to just play with the kids, go outside and go for a walk, spend time with the family. And usually it's just the kids because Trevor, my husband, is gone for the most part, he's gone mostly throughout the week. So it's just me and the kids. So I try and actually dedicate time about, anywhere between a half an hour to, 2 or 3 hours with the kids, depending on what's going on that day. But if I dedicate that time, then I don't feel guilty for not spending time with them specifically. It's hard to do. Sometimes it actually is hard to do, especially when you've got a lot of things on your plate and a lot of things to do. It's hard to get out of the mindset of like always just solely work and not play with the kids. So that's another thing. Number 9, this is a really hard concept for so many people, and it's hard to retrain, and I'm just as guilty of it, is limiting my social media browsing time. When you've done it for years, it's kind of hard to like get out of that, but it's not that difficult. When you keep yourself busy and you keep yourself like being productive, it's really not that difficult. So what I do, honestly, is I limit the amount of time I'm browsing through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the above, TikTok. I actually limit my time. Or there's actually a few days throughout the week I don't even look on there. So it's basically limited or little to no time browsing on social media. All right. Except with the exception, I do post almost every day on social media, but that's different. That's actually part of my target. That's part of my target list of what I have to do every day. But browsing, it's pretty limited anymore. All right. So number 10 is I actually go to bed earlier. Yeah. Kind of an easy concept. Go to bed earlier so you can get up earlier. Pretty easy to understand. So I usually go to bed around like 10. Sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's a little bit later, but yeah, honestly, I try not to go to bed any later, no later than 11 o'clock. So usually about 10 o'clock is when I'm going to bed. And y'all, like, this is stuff every single one of you can do. This does not require money. It does not require anything outside of if you have a phone or a notepad. If you have a laptop, great. Otherwise, like, everybody pretty much has a phone today. So just do it. Like, these are 10 easy things you can do every day. All it is just putting the effort in, is putting the actual physical work to get it done. You can totally do this. And this is what has been helping me the last several months. I'm not perfect at it. Usually one thing on that list, I screw up something every day. All right. But that's the target. That's the goal of what I try and do every single day. And in doing that, my mind has started to really, really change. And I have a long ways to go, y'all. And I mean, like, I have a long ways to go. Like, a lot of things to, like, retrain out of my brain. But if you do these things, it's that much closer to you to succeed. So whatever goals you have, whether that means being, have $10 million in your bank, or, own a massive, ginormous, crazy off-grid ranch in Montana. And that's one of mine. You can totally achieve those, but you have to start somewhere. And many people, including myself, usually feel like you're overwhelmed. You're like, where in the heck do I start? Like, I have all these things. I'm in debt out my ass. And like, what do I do? Well, you got to start somewhere. So start small. No, I don't mean like small goals. What I mean is, like, start with these little bitty things that you can do every single day. That's what I mean by small. What I also mean is, don't go small. So if you have big goals and big things and big dreams and stuff, why start small? Okay. So if you want to be, I don't even know, like I said, mine personally, my husband and I both, is we want a massive, massive ranch that's completely off grid and self-sustainable in Montana. That is seriously like one of our true goals that we want to achieve one day. And what are we going to do to get there? I have no idea. So might as well start with these 10 things I do almost every day to help me get focused to what to do. Okay. It's a simple concept. It's just, you've got to train yourself to do it. Okay. Subconscious mind is the hardest thing to train, and you are your worst enemy. So if you train your brain to think differently, you will act differently. Okay. So stay rad. Y'all, there's a lot of gold nuggets in here, and there's a lot of things that you can take home from this that have helped me out significantly. And I have a long ways to go, y'all. I ain't saying I'm perfect, but if I can do it and I struggle, like, I know for a factoid that you can do it. Okay. Tell me what your struggles are. Like, DM me, shoot me a message. Y'all, tell me what your struggles are. Tell me what you're struggling with. I struggle. Mine is in my head. I struggle things with my head. I get in my own brain every single day, and I fight through it every single day, y'all. Okay. And it sucks, but you've got to do it. Okay. You've got to push through those fears. All right. So DM me, tell me what your fears are. Tell me what's going on with you. I would love to hear, like, what other people are doing. Like, tell me what if there's something that you're doing that's helping you out, DM me, let me know, or tell everybody. I don't care. Let me know. And if you feel the urge that you want to work with me, Like, let's work together. I love helping people. Like, if it wasn't for the people helping me, I wouldn't be on the screen right now. Okay? So let me help you. Seriously, let me help you. All right? So if you want my help, if you want to kick ass in life and start like getting healthy and starting to just get to those goals and start making some extra money or whatever you want to do, DM me, shoot me a DM. All right? We got this. Stay rad.